What's good, Internet? My name is Attack Slug, and welcome back to SmackDown vs. Raw 2010, the road to WrestleMania, playing as Mickie James in a #1 contender match against Kelly Kelly for the Women's Championship. Gonna be that #1 contender, baby. Anyway, plenty of you let me know that my signature here is going to be in the corner, so thank you for that. We will hopefully get one of those off in this matchup here on this fine Friday afternoon. Couple of hours till Perplexing Pixels will be Yakuza 6, The Song of Life. So look forward to that. I suppose, if you haven't seen it yet, I did the start of a new Fire Pro tournament yesterday. It was WCW versus Sega, so go check that out. But otherwise, kind of a pretty lazy Friday here. I got some things to film otherwise today, but really not too much going on. And a handful of wrestling news, but not too much. Just some stuff here and there. First and foremost, Harry Smith, a.k.a. Davey Boy Jr., is wanted by the police for throwing hot coffee in the face of Jake the Snake Roberts. So, shouldn't have done that. And whether or not he ends up being charged with anything on that assault battery, I don't know. Don't throw hot coffee at people, even no matter what they said about your dad. Don't throw hot coffee on them. Or don't threaten to fight people that old. Like, what are you doing? You're a young man. Don't threaten to fight Hall of Fame legend old men. Like, stop. I know it's wrestling. I don't care what he said. Stop. So yeah, there was that. And I'll be curious to see how if that plays out and what, if anything, that does to the New Japan career of Harry Smith. So, we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, we have a brief, ever so brief update on the Lunatic Fringe, Dean Ambrose, and his potential return as such. And according to Seth freaking Rollins, who I would imagine would be in a position to know these things, has said that it is currently either summertime or late spring. So, you know, like end of May, early June maybe, I would say is a time frame based on that interview. But again, we'll see. Things can change. Rehab can be, you know, tricky in terms of getting a time frame nailed down. I would certainly expect him at this point, at the latest, for like a SummerSlam. At the very latest, for a SummerSlam. So, we shall see. I don't know what brand he ends up being on when he comes back, because usually, if you're injured after a shakeup, then make no assumptions on what brand you're going to be on. It could be anywhere. It could be anything. So, we shall see. Whoops. Come on now, I had a thing and then it went away. Now I have it again. Build that meter. Mickie James to Kelly. Kelly. Alright, let's go to the other side. Let's go to the other side. And here comes Beth Phoenix, the Glamazon. I'm assuming she's the champion. Oh, come on. I totally had it, and Beth Phoenix screwed me out of it. Lame, Beth. Lame. Where's Santino? Where is Glamorella? Seriously. I gotta build signature again. Lame. Y'all? Lame. Anyway. Yeah, so that's kind of the latest on Mr. Dean Ambrose. Really, with this nonsense? I'm hitting... that happens every time. Every time. Now I'm so low in my... Really? This is much of a fight from Kelly Kelly, who can barely run the frickin' ropes. Really? Anyway. Beth, this is all your fault. I'm sorry. All your fault. So, yeah, I wouldn't know, like, what brand do you bring back Dean onto, and then who does he feud with? Like, do you try to do the Shield again? Or do you say, you know, that ship has passed? I know Kurt Angle said on Facebook, oh, well... When he comes back, we're going to do it again, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. That time may have passed, to be honest. But anyway, it didn't really matter because Roman still didn't win a Mania, so, you know, there was that bit of weirdness, if you will. So let's see if we can get to a... I want to at least see the signature. Like, seriously. Kelly Kelly. Seriously. This shouldn't be this much of a freaking fight for Kelly freaking Kelly. All I'm trying to say. Extreme expose. And such. Oh, nice drop kick. Okay. Back to the signature. Can I actually hit one this time? Maybe. Just maybe. Why? Here. Finally. Finally. Okay. Hurricanrana. And then pick her up and hit the Mick DDT. It's not quite the Mick kick, but it is what it is. So your new #1 contender, Mickie James. Come on, count it, ref. 1, 2, 3. And there we go.
We have a new #1 contender for the women's title, Mickie James.
Beth Phoenix is kind of hanging out.
Beth Phoenix wants Mickie James to know there's a big difference between challenger and champion.
Don't get that glam slam. Watch out.
As intimidating as the champion is, Mickie isn't backing down. There's a fine line between brave and stupid, Michael. It remains to be seen which side Mickie is on. These two will square off next week with the women's title at stake. Don't miss it.
You! Alright, sure, that's fine.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monday Night Raw. Along with Jerry the King Lawler, I'm Michael Cole. We have a big show set for San Jose this week, but for the WWE Divas, it's huge. That's right, King. Tonight, Mickie James will be facing the Glamazon, Beth Phoenix, for the WWE Women's Championship.
Hell yeah.
You're supposed to be challenging me for the Women's Championship? It's a joke that anyone thinks you're any kind of challenge to me. I mean, I've lost count of how many times I've beaten you. I hope your heart wasn't set on my title because there's no way you are beating me tonight.
We shall see, Glamazon. We shall see. Now, who is going to end up interfering here? Because you know it's probably going to be somebody. Probably going to be some shenanigans here in some measure of business because, you know, it's wrestling. Just a straight one-on-one title match with no interference this early in a storyline would be unusual. But hey, I've certainly seen unusual, so you never know. Anyway, there it is. A real belt, not that butterfly garbage. A real belt. So, there was one other bit of news here, and it is the fact that it seems like, according to an advertisement for the greatest Royal Rumble, I imagine that was intended for the actual home market of it, because it was not really in English. But what was in English was that they've apparently added one more name to the Intercontinental title match, that ladder match, which was originally, for those wondering, Seth Rollins versus The Miz versus Samoa Joe versus Finn Balor. So, Rollins, who's obviously champion, versus Balor versus Joe versus Miz. Now, apparently, according to this video thing, we have a number 5. And that number 5 is Bobby Lashley. The returning Bobby Lashley, immediately put into an IC title match in the greatest Royal Rumble. Now, I have to wonder, right? Well, one, I would imagine that will get announced on Raw this week. But number 2, I have to wonder, is that you have 7 title matches, plus Cena Triple H, plus Taker and Rusev, right? And you have a 50-man Royal Rumble. How many of those guys are going to pull double duty in both being in a match and being in that Rumble? Otherwise, are you going to have a bunch of, like, local talent in that Rumble? Like, how's that going to work? Because 50's a lot. Like, how much of the company are you flying out for that show? It's kind of insane. So I'll be curious to see how that thing plays out. Because, man, imagine having to be in a ladder match, and then, oh yeah, you're also working in the Rumble. That's got to be rough. Real rough. So, I don't know. We'll see how that thing plays out. That's next Friday. We have 1 week. 1 week to go until that show. And I'm looking forward to it. Just in terms of being a, oh my god, middle of the day pay-per-view, which is so weird. But, looking forward to it. Anyway, not much else going on that I could see in yonder news. Oh, that was a nice sell. That was a backflip sell for that clothesline, Beth. Top quality work there. Just top notch. Yeah, not too much else going on, like today. Like, it's a pretty chill Friday, more or less. So, I'm kind of digging it. Also, that's not going to work, because not facing the right way. Get there, get there, get there. Hit Y. And hit that Hurricanrana. Boom. And there we go. And then can Mickey take the championship here? Can she do it? With that Mick DDT. Beep, 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 planter. Boom! Okay. Is one enough to put away the Glamazon? Is it enough? Maybe, maybe not. 1, a 2, and your new Women's Champion, Mickie James, clean as a whistle.
We have a new WWE Women's Champion, Mickie James. Mickie James put on the effort of a lifetime to beat Beth Phoenix. She should be proud of what she did tonight. What a wonderful moment for her, King.
Oh, there's the... Look, I know what you're doing, Natalya. I'm going to get backstabbed by Natalya. Come on now. First of all, when did you get there? Why is she ringside? Like, alright, I see Natalya. I see. Oh, and the Rumble's in Canada. Imagine that.
For one of the hottest WWE events of the year, the Royal Rumble. Michael Cole, along with Jerry the King Lawler, and we have a special surprise for you tonight. Along with the traditional Royal Rumble match, we have something new for you. It's the Diva Rumble.
What?
I love Royal Rumbles, and I love WWE Divas, so this is perfect. All the amazing divas of WWE will be competing in this match. It should really show the WWE fans what a talented group they are.
Speaking of predicting the future 8 years before it happened, good God, this game, good God. But that, my friends, will be tomorrow. Tune in a few hours for Pixels. I'm Attack Slug, more videos every day. See you next time, right here on this channel, and I'm out.